Hello everybody and welcome back to Crusader Kings, where we are currently working on taking back this de jure little area of Pomerania, and that's of course not going to be particularly complicated for us. We're going to just get that siege done down rather quickly. That'll get us ticking war score. Then the question is, do we want to go attack them up here for additional war score? Yes, here's that unpressed claim out over this way on the Sheikdom of Menorca. We're going to go for that as soon as we're done with this Pomeranian war, of course, and that will allow us to end the Iberian struggle, which will be absolutely great for us. That'll give us our empire title of Hispania, and our heir is currently unmarried. This is our player heir and son. Okay, this should be absolutely fine. We would want to go with someone like her then. That should be okay. Won't result in an alliance, but that'll be fine. Excellent. So that puts us at 45% war score. How long would it take us to get to their capital? 5 months, and we would pay embarkation fees. That's probably okay. Yeah, that's only 30. And they have 3,919 soldiers in total. We probably don't need any additional, to be honest. So that should be fine. We do need, of course... Yes, the good King Bishop. Who is this guy? Yeah, this is the Pope. Okay. So he could definitely gain some opinion of us. That'll be fine. We do want to get more opinion from the Pope, after all. This guy's bringing us 95 gold, and that is wonderful. We're very happy about that. The Pope doesn't have 2,000 gold to give us. I'm not shocked about that. That would be theoretically a while before he would have that. So we gained a level of fame. That's good, because, of course, we lost a level of fame due to our truce breaking. So we got that back at this point. Do we still have the minus 50 from truce breaking? Actually, maybe not. That appears to be gone now. Phenomenal. So that's a very good thing. Wait, Pomerania has landed over here. Turn around, guys. I want to just go fight them. We're at 50% war score right now. If we can stack wipe them here, which I don't think we quite have the numbers to do, but if we can stack wipe them here, that would result in getting us... Okay, now we have the numbers. Now we're going to come in here with these additional forces. If we stack wipe them here, that would give us 50% war score, right? So that would max out our current war score. And we did stack wipe them. Perfect. So we're going to enforce our demands there and disband our troops, so that's under control now. And of course, now all we need to do is attack this lad. And he's got basically nothing. Wait, we have a de jure claim on this now. We didn't need this claim anyway. That's fine. We can do the de jure claim. There was some reason why we couldn't do the de jure claim previously, I feel like. Duchy title of Menorca. But I think it's because of the de jure Kingdom of Valencia. Yes, that's why we have that. Okay, so that is something that changed relatively recently. Although we should have just created the duchy title, probably. That said, that would have cost 250 gold, and the claim didn't cost that. So, arguably, this was the right call. Arguably. But, when the succession happened, it was no longer relevant. So that's fine. We're going to group these guys together, and off we go. This is more troops than we need, almost certainly. And we're at 10 out of 9 right now. I think we have a spare castle somewhere. Oh, up in Soria. Okay, we don't need to hold Soria. So we're going to grant that out. Wonderful. In Molina, I would definitely like to upgrade some hill farms. Okay, we do have a walls and towers upgrade that we can do here. That's all absolutely fine. What are we doing right now? Windmills? Okay, we'll have that done fairly soon. That's going to get some building slots, but I think broadly we have most of our building slots maxed out in our cities. But that will get building slots for bishoprics and castles, so that'll be great. And get us the ability to do more city upgrades. So that's always wonderful. This war's over, and we can enforce those demands. So I believe at this point we control all of Hispania, yes? You cannot end the struggle because the Kingdom of Navarra has to be held for 5 years. And, of course, 75% of the de jure counties of our capital kingdom, Andalusia, must be Basque and Catholic. Okay. We have the land requirements. We don't have all of the others. That's fine. So I want to make sure that we are working on doing faith conversions over here. That's going to be important in the de jure kingdom of our capital. We got a ways to go on that one. Okay, so that's relatively fine. We definitely want to be working on cultural promotion over here. These are all Basque already. We should start coming down this direction and getting that converted over to Basque. So that'll be fine. It'll take some time to get these conversions done. Other things that we can do... This guy's already Catholic. That's good. Other things that we can do is things like negotiating the release of this guy if he'll convert. And now, in theory, hopefully he'll start converting that county there. We can do the same thing over here, although we're going to need to demand his conversion. He's not very happy. We can try it. He might accept, but he probably won't. And then we've got this guy here, who is in much the same situation. I'm going to try... We can't afford to send him a gift. He actually has a 55% chance of acceptance. He declined. Okay. However, they're now known criminals, which means that we can imprison them. So we have a 49% chance here. We're going to assume we're going to fail this. I want to check in on this guy. He is Ashari as well. Okay, we already demanded his conversion. Right. There's no chance of acceptance here, and that's technically tyranny. Okay, he is Catholic. Right. That's fine. So I want to raise up our men-at-arms here. This guy's got about 4,000 troops. Sure, we'll raise a few of our own. This will be enough. And we're going to head on in and just eliminate him. Now, the idea behind this is we are deliberately provoking this revolt. Right? That is definitely a thing that we did. And we just want to get this guy imprisoned. And that's exactly what we have right now. So we'll enforce those demands and disband our troops. We captured him there. And now we're going to go in and we are going to negotiate the release as long as he'll convert. Which he'll do. Perfect. If he wouldn't do that, we would have revoked the title and given it to someone else. Which maybe we should have anyway, actually, now that I think about it. Since he's Andalusian. We maybe should have given that to a Basque person. Now, we've got the same thing going on with this guy. We have a 52% success chance. We're going to assume that it's not happening. Correct. And we'll get this siege done. We did just discover windmills, and that is, of course, a pretty big deal. This guy's Catholic and Basque. Yes, we accept that. Cool. So we do have a building slot here. This is a cavalry area. Blacksmiths are definitely the way to go here. So we'll build blacksmiths there. In Malagon, we've got archers. So how can we improve our archers further? I'm not convinced that we can. Heavy cavalry here. Farms and fields don't give us any men-at-arms buffs. Cattle pastures don't either. They would give us levies, though, which would be something. Levies and gold. So that would be decent. Stables is, of course, just cavalry. And windmills don't give any buffs. So we would definitely end up going for cattle pastures here. We're out of gold for now. We'll continue to work our way through that. And I do want to split off our trebuchets and a couple units of levies, and I want to come fight over here. This is, of course, pretty over at this point. Okay, Divine Right is what we're fascinated by. We do need to do something about that. I don't want to be fascinated by Divine Right necessarily. I would rather, I think, get guilds here. Yes. Guilds, castle bailies are both quite necessary at this juncture. So we'll work towards those. Of course, in our capital, we're going to look to get something ideally that can buff up armored footmen. I don't think there's really anything here. Windmills don't do it. Manor houses, I'm pretty sure, don't do it. Although they do boost the levy size by a percentage. That's interesting. I didn't realize that. That's good to know. So in that case, I think that manor houses are the way to go here. We'll have to wait for a gold tick, but we'll get that going. Perfect. So this siege is going to be over shortly. Okay, we'll gain 50 piety here. Wonderful. And there we go. We will enforce these demands and disband our troops. Now, I'm going to, as I said before, revoke this title. And the reason for that is, as previously stated, we want to be granting this to people of Basque culture as well, in hopes that they convert the culture. Just having this be the religion is nice, but we're going to need cultural conversions as well if we want to end the Iberian struggle. So, we of course need to hold the Kingdom of Navarra for 5 years, and we need to convert 75% of the de jure counties to Basque and Catholic. Presumably the 14 is the 75%. So we've got a ways to go on that. That definitely needs to happen. For now, this is okay. We will definitely accept this. We'll take some cash. Yeah, we are currently transitioning phase. It doesn't really matter, to be honest. So here we have pikemen stationed. Likely, hill farms don't do anything here. They would buff up skirmishers eventually, but we don't have any skirmishers here. Militia camps buff up archers and skirmishers. That's nothing for pikemen. Windmills don't do anything at all in terms of men-at-arms. So I think we're going to go for militia camps for just the levies. It's not ideal, but it's what we'll do for now. Over here, we need something, and we have pikemen here as well. So I think the same story comes in here. However, we could go for hunting grounds if we wanted to get levies and gold out of it, and I think that's a decent concept for the moment. Cool. Schemers have been discovered, and this guy is Catholic, so we'll accept this for now. This guy is Catholic, so we'll accept that. This guy is not Catholic. We're going to decline that. I'm not going to revoke his title. Well, actually, we should revoke the title. We really should. So, where's that county at? Over here. We'll grant that over to someone who is correct culture. He immediately swapped... No, that's the county culture. Never mind. Correct culture and correct religion. For a moment, I was like, hang on a moment. He switched to Andalusian. That is something that they might do, for the record. They might switch to Andalusian, and that would be awkward. We would prefer it if they didn't. That's for sure. This guy is Catholic, so we'll take his gold. Phenomenal. Okay, let's tick on forward a bit here. This guy is Catholic. We'll take his gold. And this guy is Catholic. We'll take his gold. Wonderful. More of these coming in. This guy's Catholic. We'll take his gold. It could potentially create problems later on. King of Scotland wants to marry our sister. Sure, we'll actually accept that. That seems fine. No problem whatsoever there. We can upgrade our city centers. Noted. So we definitely want to build things like windmills here. That would be ideal. But that's not the county capital, so we can't do that there. Blacksmiths would be okay, or hunting grounds. Either of those would be fine. I'm going to go for hunting grounds because they're a little cheaper. Similarly, here we go for hunting grounds. Absolutely. In this city up this direction, we do have a building slot here, so we would end up going for definitely blacksmiths to boost up the holding taxes here. In this bishopric, we would be looking for hunting grounds. We've got a ransom here. This one's acceptable. Excellent. So we're going to continue to invest in our holdings for a little bit here. This levying ground is mildly awkward. Our grandeur rank has increased. Remarkable. And for now, that's absolutely fine. So 10 gold. Yep, we'll take it. And this guy is the wrong religion. So we're going to decline this. I'm going to revoke his title. And we're going to grant that up over here to someone who's the correct religion and culture. Perfect. So that'll do. We've got more ransom requests coming in. Acceptable. Acceptable. It's just a mayor. We don't really care. You are Catholic, so that's acceptable. And you are not Catholic. So we're going to revoke your title. What happens if we revoke the title and then accept this ransom? She's no longer landed, but we're still getting the 100 gold, right? Yeah, that's how that works. Okay, that's very gamey. I feel like that's not very realistic. Maybe they hadn't heard about it yet or something. Sure, we'll go with that. That's fine for the moment. I do want to get additional constructions going here. So these are apparently not maxed out on their building slots yet. That's interesting. I would love to build windmills here. That's obviously not an option. So what do we go for? Like militia camps? Barracks? We don't have any other economic buildings we can build here. Sure. I guess that's fine. For this castle, we would be looking for something like... We could go for walls and towers. Or just farms and fields at this point. We're probably going to want to change that later, but for now, that would do. We can certainly do a barracks upgrade over here. We've got more ransoms coming in. This guy's not landed, so we don't care. This guy is the leader of the populist uprising. I'm going to demand his conversion. Okay. There we go. And you're not landed, so we don't care. That seems absolutely fine. More ransoms coming in. So who are you? You're unlanded. Sure. You're unlanded. Excellent. You're unlanded. Cool. You're a vassal. You're a Catholic and Basque. All good. Wonderful. So we're actually getting quite a lot of gold from all this. Here we should almost certainly build cattle pastures or blacksmiths or hillside grazing lands. One of those. Some sort of an economic structure. In this bishopric, almost certainly... Water wheels can only be made in the county capital. So it would need to be something along the lines of blacksmiths, or it could be outposts. But it can't be either of these. I'm going to go with blacksmiths for now. We can do outposts a little later on. That'll be okay. We gained a level of devotion. Speaking of which, how's the Pope feeling about giving us gold? He would give it to us if he had the gold, and he doesn't. So that's fine for now. You're unlanded, we'll take the 10 gold. Looks good. Any other ransom requests coming in? Well, we have a bunch of prisoners that we can ransom, and we're just going to go through here and ransom off any of these that we can. None of these are vassals, and so we don't actually care about them. I just want to get the gold, right? That's the idea here. So we're going to ransom off a bunch of these. Unfortunately, it resets every time we do one of these, which is quite awkward, actually. That would be a nice quality of life change if they would update that so that it remembered where it's at in the scroll. I wish. Unfortunately, it does not. It resets the scroll, so we can't do this super efficiently. And also, not all... If these go to the same person, we can only request one at a time, right? So that's... I think we got all of these, though. I think they're all going to different people. So here we go with the ransoms. We can see that money just pouring in, and now it's kind of stopped. But that's fine. We're going to hop over to somewhere that's not constructing right now. Nearly everywhere is currently constructing, but not this city. We can build a blacksmith upgrade. We would need to build a house of worship here. Okay, that's pretty expensive. No doubt about that. We could upgrade our hillside grazing lands over here. That seems fine for the moment. And we are on strategy focus right now. We should probably swap over to wealth focus. I'm not planning on going to war for a little bit, except for maybe minorly over here. We know that we had some territory over here in our previous empire, right? We've nearly got it rebuilt. We are not an empire-level ruler yet, though. This guy is somebody who needs to be revoked. But we actually can't do that. He is the head of faith. That's interesting. So what do we want to do about that? There's not much we can do there, actually. I think we'll just take his money and let him be for the time being. I think that's the only way forward there. So this bishopric we know needs an upgrade. And working our way through additional of these, we can certainly build something along the lines of a guild upgrade over here. This bishopric needs an upgrade as well. And we can build a blacksmith upgrade here. Okay. That all looks good. Yeah. No issue there right now. Our son has learned some languages. Cool. Good for him. How's the Pope doing on his gold count? He keeps giving it away. Very lame, but whatever, it's fine. So we know that our promotion of culture and faith is going to be a little bit awkward. Is this... That's the Kingdom of Navarra is our primary title right now. But this is based on our capital location, correct? New silver coins minted. I would like to debase the coinage with expensive nickel, actually. We're honest, so that'll get us stress, but we definitely want to do that. Yeah, we'll become athletic. That'll be fine. And we've got this ransom here. This guy is fine to ransom off. No problems whatsoever there. We now have enough coin to, well, we can certainly upgrade this cattle pasture. We can just about get this house of worship upgraded. And I would actually be interested, I think, in doing that. She is Catholic and Castilian, but just being Catholic is good enough for now. Okay, let's get that temple upgrade going. And we're definitely seeing our income coming up. A lot of that, of course, is because we swapped over to wealth focus, right? And we're going to get the avaricious tree filled out fairly soon. But for now, I want to be working on developing our primary area here. Yeah, we'll receive this guy. His services are, I'm sure, invaluable, but unfortunately, he didn't bring us any cash. Catholic and Basque? Absolutely, we take your gold. That's definitely something that's going to happen. So, down over this way... Oh, a surprise birthday party? Cool. Well, we're going to get ourselves a blacksmith built here, and we'll upgrade this homestead as well. Wonderful. So for now, this is all looking reasonably fine. We do have a couple more prisoners that we can ransom. And so we shall. There we go. Cool. So that's all that we can ransom for the moment. And we'll hop over to Madrid and upgrade our militia camps here. We're 26 development, so we're getting a lot closer to being able to build our university. Our level of fame will need to be high enough, but honestly, I'm not concerned about that. We'll get there. We do need to upgrade our hill fort here, and we're going to need to upgrade our hunting ground. That's all good. Excellent. Next up, of course, would be this ransom, and we really should revoke this title instead. So we'll do exactly that, and we're going to grant these on out. Perfect. So they'll get that converted over, hopefully. That would be for the best, but it's not the biggest of deals, and we can actually then accept this 10 gold, which is fine. Over this way, we do have a building slot available, and we don't currently have any men-at-arms stationed here. So I think for the moment, we're simply going to put in windmills. We may change that later on as we get more men-at-arms, but for now, that'll probably be what we end up doing. Cool. Our vassal is injured. Sure, that's reasonably normal. And where else do we want to spend this gold? Well, I think we'll build a workshop over here. I doubt this stall pays tax. Tear it apart. And we'll get 225 gold out of that one. Wonderful. We can use that to invest in a blacksmith upgrade. And what else can we invest in? Definitely walls and towers here. Looks good. We're up to 120 income now. And that's just continuing to grow. Militia camps, we can certainly build. This is an acceptable ransom. We'll take 10 gold. Absolutely. Any gold that we can get at this point is of vital importance. What can we build here? Well, it would definitely end up being blacksmiths. So that's okay for now. Looks good. We would like to get some more upgrades going on up over here. So guilds would be good. And in this bishopric, we would need to get a temple upgrade. That's going to be 525 gold. That's quite a lot of gold. We'll take 10 gold, for sure. Do Diplomatic failure. I didn't want to take the stress there. So, that's fine. Proposing an alliance with the King of Aquitaine. Sure. I'm not planning on attacking Aquitaine for a while. So our opinion with the Pope is currently maxed. He keeps giving away his gold, which is sad. Well, we'll reignite his fervor ourselves, hopefully. He remained faithful. Fantastic. So that's absolutely great. We do need to get a new steward. That will be this guy. And we're still working on doing our conversions. I'm 99% sure that this is based on the capital region, right? So we need to go into the struggle here and do Neveri's dominance. Capital Kingdom. There's a cooldown on how long we can change our capital, right? Like how frequently we can change our capital, right? So if we were to make this hypothetically be our capital, if we were to take this away, or even like come up over to Zaragoza, if we were to make this be our capital hypothetically, I'm pretty sure there's a cooldown on that. Okay, I'm going to save this, and we're going to revert it back. I just want to know what the cooldown is, if any, on that, and then we could look at whether, like, the de jure Kingdom of Navarra would be the ideal one to do. I suspect, faith-wise, that would be fine. I think culturally, not so much. Okay, culturally, I think there's not even any point in trying it. Most of our cultural conversions have been down here in Andalusia anyway, so I think there's no point. So we'll just keep doing what we're doing, we'll work on these conversions, and we'll get this struggle dealt with soon enough. That's fine. For the time being, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that after we get that upgrade queued up. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Shadow Wolf, Andy McGar, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Soccerman12 UK, Kentogan, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.